that is awesome. That's a snippet from a show called Elvis and Orbison, The Voices of Rock. And nobody questions that Elvis was the king of rock and roll. But did you know that Presley acknowledged that Roy Orbison was, quote, quite simply the greatest singer in the world, and yet the two never played together on the same stage?
They talked about it. So now this show gives audiences the glimpse of what it might have been like had they. And we're here now with John Van Thiel, who plays Elvis, and Danny J, who is Roy. And the production is coming to Milwaukee next Saturday the 15th to cap off Elvis Week. It's going to be at the Pabst. Exciting. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got to do it like that.
Thank you very much.
I think before I think we'll talk to you both about how you kind of came to play these characters, but in general, the story behind the two of you performing together, what's the history behind the potential of these two performing even though they never did?
Well, they used to go out to different theaters and see each other perform. They were very close friends. As a matter of fact, Elvis Presley introduced Roy Orbison and Claudette Orbison, Orbison's very first wife, to Harley Davidsons and stuff, Milwaukee Iron. And they started riding together and stuff, and it was that brought them really together, that and Sun Records.
Well, do you have any idea why they never performed together, even though they talked about it? It was something they wanted to do?
I don't think they ever really had the chance.
And they didn't really perform with other artists too much. They were solo artists, so I mean, it was something that I think they both had a mutual respect and an admiration for each other's music. It was just never, one of those things never came to be.
Yeah, well, it's different then. Yeah, you weren't collaborating with different types of artists if you weren't part of the same group.
Not like today, I mean, today people branch off and do a lot of different, duets and things, but at the time it wasn't as common, so.
Elvis went through so many different stages, I guess, through the years. His music evolved, acting, all of those things. What's your favorite Elvis era?
It's hard to say. When I started out, I really appreciated the young Elvis and the movie era Elvis, because that's what I got to experience first, was movies on TV when I was a kid. And but it's hard for me to pick any one era or anything, because I appreciate all of his career, and like you say, his voice changed along with as he evolved, and so as a tribute artist, it's challenging to try and copy those inflections and vocal changes and techniques that he evolved as well. So I like all of it. I can't really
just
say.
Pick one.
No.
Yeah.
Was that your real hair?
Which one? No. All my real hair, thank God.
Really?
I always ask the hair question. I'm excited that you got to it. Let's talk about the hair. Okay? What's the deal?
I'm very blessed. When I first started out, I wanted to wear a wig. I was not going to do Elvis. I did a Halloween thing, and my girlfriend called it the dead animal, because it was a, just a Bartz's wig, but when I first started doing this, and coincidentally it was the Potawatomi contest, I did the hair up, and I thought it's going away in 4 days when the contest's over, but and I just wound up keeping it.
Do you do it like that every day in your normal clothes?
I do it.
No way.
Yeah, because it's respecting Elvis and his image. I don't want, to be out there looking less than.
Well, that's what I always wonder as a tribute artist. What comes first? Is it that you have to kind of have the look of the artist, or is it that you can perform like the artist? Where does that begin in terms of you saying, this is who I should honor, this is who I should pay tribute to?
First, what I think you really need to do is try to emulate the voice as much as you possibly can, because that's the key thing that a lot of the audience really demands. They would love to hear something that's going to really remind them of that artist, whether it's Roy Orbison or Elvis Presley. It could be Buddy Holly, anyone. And I mean, that's really been the key, I think.
Saturday, August 15th, you're at the Pabst Theater. You have this special show where you're both on stage together. It's Elvis and Orbison. What songs will you perform? How does the show work?
We started off talking a little bit about the doo-wop era, because the doo-wop era, when it started back in the 30s, it started over in Africa by a Zimbabwe tribe. And then what happened is that they just brought it into the United States. And the Jordanaires, they were doing things at the time with country western music. They were on the Eddie Arnold Show and everything at the Grand Ole Opry. Elvis Presley, later on, he met them at a show that Eddie Arnold was doing and said, I'm going to have you guys do something with me on records, you know, when I sign a label.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
cool.
And the show goes, you know, through a little bit of the music from both careers, you know, from the early days to the later years. So we're giving them a nice perspective of their hit songs.
That is
Different.
great.
We go back and forth. So
We have some special surprises that we're going to be doing at the show as well.
All right,
that.
Voices of Rock next Saturday, the 15th, 8 p.m. at the Pabst. You can call for tickets at 414-286-3663. How many outfit changes?
2 for me.
2. All right.
I stay the same.
Stay the same.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
All right.